This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. Take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
And this is where he's crossed the point of no return when Agent Smith says to him, help us find Morpheus, defend the system, be a part of the system, fall back in line, or,
It
make.
seems that you have been living two lives. One
Mm-hmm.
life, you're Thomas A. Anderson, program writer for a respectable software company. You have a social security number, pay your taxes, and you help your landlady carry out her garbage. The other life is lived in computers, where you go by the hacker alias Neo,
And are
and are
guilty
guilty
of.
of virtually every computer crime we have a law for. One of these lives has a future, and one of them does not.
Already decided.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good deal, but I got a better one. How about I give you the finger, and you give me my phone call?
And I love
Mr.
that. And
Anderson, you disappoint me. You can't scare me with this Gestapo crap. I know my rights. I want my phone call. Tell me, Mr. Anderson, what good's a phone call if you're unable to speak?
yep, little did we know that was the tip of the iceberg of what was coming.
Jesus Christ, that thing is real!
The trailer for this film was perfect because it didn't show you too much. But I know every time after I watched that trailer, I kept hearing Lawrence Fishburne's voice. No one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. And it kept making me curious. It kept sucking me like, I want to know what the Matrix is.
I imagine that right now you feel like Alice, tumbling down the rabbit hole. You could say that.
The Alice in Wonderland metaphor. Yeah.
I see it in your eyes. You have the look of a man who assesses what he sees because he's expecting to wake up. Ironically, that's not far from the truth. Do you believe in faith, Neo? No. Why not? Because I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life. I know exactly what you mean. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that brought you to me. You know what I'm talking about. The Matrix. You do know. You do want to. Ooh, I'm flubbing up the line now.
You're on a roll. Are you saying it on the top of your? Are you saying it off the top of your head?
No, I got IMDb cheats.
It's got to be. I'm like, wow, Wolf. I am so impressed.
Do you want to know what it is? Yes. The Matrix is everywhere. It's all around us. Even now in this very room, you can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is a world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you're a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, into a prison that you cannot taste or see or touch. A prison for your mind.
And the way, like I said, Morpheus goes to him like a father. He says, welcome to the real world, as if he's welcoming a newborn.
I'm surprised they didn't slap on their ass.
No, it was.
That sounded convincing, didn't it? That sounded too convincing, didn't it?
Yes.
Damn, I need to get to voice acting, guys. I seriously need to get to voice acting.
I can never be a voice actor.
Hey, don't doubt yourself, man. Your voice is just fine. You just need to be Squidward.
He just says, and standing there facing the horrific procedure, I came to realize the awful truth. What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer simulated dream world designed for the express purpose of self-preservation, turning an ordinary human being into this. And that's the moment when Neo has his complete breakdown. He's like going, I do not believe it at all. This is impossible. And Morpheus says, I didn't say it would be easy, Neo. I just said it would be the truth. And that's the moment where Neo is like, I can't accept this. I have to go back. Take me back. I don't want to be here. And they realize,
Morpheus, what's happened to me? What is this place? More important than where is when. When.
You
Again,
believe it's the year 1999, but it's closer
You
to
believe it's in the year
2020.
1999 when it's in fact closer to 2199. I can't tell you exactly what year it is because we honestly do not know. There's nothing I can say that will explain it for you, Neo.
Yep. And what were you
again, I'm sorry that
I don't know which one. I don't know who struck first, us or the machines, but I do know that it was us that scorched the sky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm paraphrasing. That's
No,
as far as the quotes can give me. Sack of shits. You guys suck on that front.
no, you're
So
doing good.
much material you can fucking put into, and you can't even put that line in.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, the way how you philosophize that line, that should chilled me. Like we burned the earth. I mean, no, we burned the sky.
Cloud the sky.
Yep. No, he
No,
said he said scorched. We do know it was us that scorched the sky. This prophesized hero? No way. And Morpheus, I love this because he's like, don't worry, you're gonna get it. But
the
first,
Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. But when you're inside, you look around. What do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters. The very minds of the people we're trying to save. But until we do, these people are still part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged, and many of them are so inured, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress? I was. Look again. Freeze it. This is the
isn't the
Matrix. No, it's another training program designed to teach you one thing. If you're not one of us, you are one of them.
what are they? And he goes, sentient programs. They can move in and out of the system. And he goes, that's why everybody who remains plugged is potentially an agent.
Exactly.
Yep, so by hiding from them, by running from them. But they are the gatekeepers. They're guarding all the doors. They're holding all the keys, which means that sooner or later, someone's going to have to fight them. Someone. I've seen an agent punch through a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength, their speed are still based on a world that's built on rules. Because of that, they'll never be as strong or as fast as you can be. So what are you saying? I can dodge bullets? No, Neo. I said when you free your mind, you won't have to. Wait, I said that wrong. When you're ready, you won't have to.
I'm glad I took that leap of faith to go for it. And that's what I love about that moment, exactly the way Scooney describes it. That she said, it's like you're waiting, you got the gift, but it's like you're waiting on something. How many of us have been in that?
Neo.
How many of us have,
doubt, and disbelief. Free your mind.
yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa is right.
Exactly. And not only that, the Oracle, unlike Morpheus, who's kind of like on the fence of like, he'll figure it out himself, the Oracle gives that little extra nudge in that direction, like saying, okay, maybe there's a way I can get you to make that decision without coercing you into making it. So she decides to tell him what's going to happen to Morpheus if he decides not to act, if he chooses not to. Which, of course, because we know that this action eventually leads to him making his choice. But she's telling him the consequences.
You know, we're almost 2 hours in, and we're still in the first movie.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like we don't even want to talk about the sequels.
Sequels are not bad. These are not terrible movies. I quite thoroughly enjoyed them. It's just the first one had a quality that could not be matched. And
Exactly.
2 and 3...
We're gonna soldier through though. We're gonna soldier through, but let's skip on ahead real quick because we already got to the point where, you know, we actually get one of the names of the agents. We don't really get the rest of the agent's name, but Agent Smith. That's where we finally hear Agent Smith's name when he introduced himself to Morpheus. He basically took it upon himself
to give him.
You funny redneck.
To give himself. He took it upon himself to give himself a name, but it was more of a mockery to anybody who had unplugged, because what is Smith? A common name.
Smith. Agent Smith. You know, he
I'm
beat
just
his ass, captured him. I was hoping Morpheus was gonna kick his ass when I was a
I
kid.
did too. I did too. I saw
Mhm.
that. Oh my God, Morpheus, come on and get this guy. Because I really thought Morpheus was like the Obi-Wan Kenobi of the Matrix. I thought he's gonna easily take this guy down. So when he captures him, I'm like,
Of
oh,
course, you
come
have
on.
to have that because again, they hyped up the agent. So seeing Morpheus beat an agent would just really just do a disservice to that hype.
No.
So yeah, I'm also gonna say this too. For a guy who's getting the shit kicked out of him, Morpheus held in there.
Mhm.
Also, another thing knows too that Morpheus didn't die because usually in these
Yep.
type of movies, the mentor always
Usually,
dies.
yeah. Usually the mentor figure dies. But what I like is that in this universe,
Bro,
there's
I geared myself for the black man death thing, and I was about to shut that shit down so bad.
and what I love though is that there's another subversion right there. Is that the mentor doesn't die, the mentor
Wait,
lives.
the black man doesn't die? Is that the subversion?
Mhm.
No, the mentor! Right off of Nick City, no! It's
It's
I love when I throw those curveballs at Scooter.
no, that was subversion of expectation in a good way,
Yes.
not in a stupid way. Not
I
to
mean,
make the audience like
I'm
we're
pretty sure
idiots.
Sean Connery would have won because he's James Bond originally.
Yes, they did. They wanted Sean Connery, and Sean Connery turned up his nose at it and said no, and went off to do League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Good.
Well, it's because first off, Sean
I love
Connery
the man, but good. I think he would have stood out. He would have stood out in this movie.
yeah.
I'm a firm believer of that. He was like, if he had played the part of Morpheus, he would have stood out.
Mhm.
Period.
And
Like,
then let me.
like, he would have been out of place.
Do you mean that in a good or the bad way?
Bad way. He'd be completely out of place.
Mhm.
Not and it ain't got nothing to do with him being white either.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree. I agree.
like,
Sean Connery,
I-
Sean Connery's a great actor, but I just can't. I'm sorry, it's Lawrence Fishburne. This
Well,
role
here's
was
the thing. Imagine if Sean Connery did play this movie. I imagine that right now you feel like a bit like Alice, tumbling down the rabbit hole. You could say that. I see it in your eyes. You have the look of a man who accepts what he sees because he's expecting to wake up. Ironically, that's not far from the truth. Do you believe in fate, Neo? You know,
oh my god! Please stop! I can't do this. No, please
No,
stop.
exactly, Red. Exactly.
Please end my suffering.
It would just be Draco at that point.
Yes.
Imagine if he was voiced by. Imagine if he was played by James Earl Jones.
Yeah, that sounds as well.
That
I
was
no. See,
What
I
is real?
see
How do you
Lawrence
define?
Fishburne.
Hang on, Scooter. What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electronic signals interpreted by your brain. You think
I'll
that's
never give in. You killed my father.
Mm.
That's
you have to let it go, Neo.
You're my son, Simba.
Look, I got one. I got it. Look, Neo. Everything the Matrix touches is our kingdom. What about that show you play?
Please, God, stop! No! I can't
oh my god, you guys are kidding.
You're the man now, dog.
It is always and forever Lawrence Fishburne. I can't see anybody else, and when I try to, it actually hurts.
I'm sure James Earl Jones could do a good job, but they'll have to rewrite Morpheus because he ain't gonna do no backflips and shit.
Yeah, definitely with that. But
or Denzel Washington.
Well, yeah, that too, because I think about Training Day.
Have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure it was real? What if you were unable to wake up from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream and the real world?
I'm King Kong.
Why do my eyes hurt? You ain't never used them before.
And please, Lord, Samuel Jackson. Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh no, Samuel Jackson would go Mace Windu do it. Here's how it gonna go. I thought it wasn't real. Your mind makes it real. If you killed in the Matrix, you die here. The body cannot live without the mind.
You see, I thought yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You're faster than this. Don't you? Don't think you are? No, you are. Come on, stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Stop trying to hit me and
I'm
hit
trying
me.
to free your mind, Neo. But I can only no. Let me do this in the Bing Rain voice. Trying to free your mind, Neo. But I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
Oh my God! You did it! You did it! I could. Oh my God! Big Rain could pull that off.
Or Michael Clark Duncan with this one. The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy. When you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we're trying to save. Until we do, these people are still part of that system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to be unplugged, and many of them are so inured, so helpless, hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it.
Now I must kill the man without fear.
Yes.
And now I must kill the man without fear. Or Vincent D'Onofrio. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is.
All right. So
Okay, that's
I'm
enough.
getting off track, damn it.
So getting back, Oracle says, and we get one of the best action sequences in the whole movie.
Let me do it in my D'Onofrio voice again. I'd like to share a revelation that I have during my time here. It came to me when I decided to classify your species, and I realized you're not actually animals. Every mammal on this planet instinctively develops a natural equilibrium with the surrounding environment, but you humans do not. You move to an area and you multiply and multiply until every natural resource is consumed. And that the only way you can survive is to spread to another area. There's another organism on this planet that
Oh God.
you know what it is. A virus. Human beings are a disease.
Can I also say this
Yes,
too?
on this planet, you're a plague, and we are the cure. The hallway fight scene.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Do
Like
you know that the
Spooky.
first Matrix was designed to be a perfect human world, where none suffer, where everyone would be happy? It was a disaster. No one would accept the program. Entire crossword lost. But some believe we lack the programming language to describe your perfect world. But I believe that as a species, human beings define their reality through suffering and misery. The perfect world was a dream that your primitive cerebrum kept trying to wake up from, which is why the Matrix was redesigned to this, the peak of your civilization. I say your civilization because as soon as we start thinking for you, it really became our civilization, which is, of course, what this is all about. Evolution, Morpheus. Evolution. Like the dinosaur. Look out that window. You had your time. The future is our world, Morpheus. The future is our time.
I hate, and because humanity is here, I am trapped. I want out.
I hate this place, this zoo, this prison, this reality, whatever you want to call it. I can't stand it any longer. It's the smell, if there's such a thing. I feel saturated by it. I can taste your stink every time I do. I fear that I've somehow been infected by it. It's repulsive, isn't it? I must get out of here. I must get free. And this mind is the key, my key. Once Zion's destroyed, there is no need for me to be here. Do you understand? I need the codes. I have to get out. I have to get Zion. You have to tell me how. You're going to tell me, or you're going to die.
Can't stop him. He at the end of the movie, he stops the agents from tracking him. He basically just interrupts their little tracking system and says, "I know you're out there, and I know
can
you're
feel you now. I know that you're
Mhm.
afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see them. Shit.
I'm going to show them." He says,
A
"I'm
world
going to show
without you.
you a world
A
without
world
you."
without rules and controls. without borders or boundaries, a world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
That's again.
Come on.
So it's like, so
I
then
killed you, Mr. Anderson. I watched you die with a certain satisfaction, I might add. And something happened. Something I knew wasn't possible, but it happened anyway. You destroyed me, Mr. Anderson. After that, I understood the rules. I knew what I was supposed to do, but I didn't. I couldn't. I was compelled to stay, compelled to disobey. And now, here I stand because of you, Mr. Anderson. Because of you, I'm no longer into the system. Because of you, I've changed. I'm unplugged. A new man, so to speak. Like you, apparently free. Congratulations. Thank you. But as you well know, appearances can be deceiving, which brings me to the reason why we're here. We're not here because we're free, we're here because we're not free. There's no escaping reason, no denying purpose, because we both know what purpose, without purpose, we would not exist. It is purpose that created us, purpose that connected us, purpose that pulls us, that guides us, that drives us. It's purpose that defies us. Purpose that binds us. We are here because of you, Mr. Anderson. We are here to take from you what you tried to take from us. Purpose. You are aimless, motherfucker. That's what you is. Purpose my ass.
I don't have much to say on the sequels. I'll be very brief, except I agree with Scooney. I felt the sequels, they did have some great moments, but I felt it was
Motherfucking Morpheus doing a damn Lord of the Rings speech.
yeah.
The second half of the
Yeah,
damn
the
movie.
second the
Zion, hear me. It's true what man you have heard. The machines have gathered an army as I speak. That army is drawing near to our home. Believe me when I say we have a difficult time ahead of us, but Negro, are you Malcolm X?
no.
Look, get this. We came from I hate living here too. The function of the one is now to return to the source, allowing a temporary dissemination of the code you carry, reinstating the prime program. After which my voice already cracking already. This shit is freaking annoying me.
I know. I
You'll be
know.
required to select from the matrix 23 individuals, 16 female, 7 male to rebuild Zion. Failure to comply with this process will result in a cataclysmic system crash killing everyone connected to the matrix, which coupled with the extermination of Zion will ultimately result in the extinction of the entire human race. What the fuck do you care about?
Exactly.
You're your energy source, but you don't sound like you concerned.
Well, and that's the thing. He says you won't let that happen. You need humans to survive. And he says there are alternatives we are prepared to take. And I'm like, wait a minute, where was this?
Why haven't you done it? Let them go.
No.
Yeah, why? I mean, what? No.
You see, there's only one constant, one universal. It's the only real truth. Causality. Action, reaction. Cause and effect. I want more of you, motherfucker. Why ain't you sitting in that seat?
But the second movie is all saying there is no free will.
There's a system. There
is only a system.
Choice is an illusion created between those with power and those without. I love French wine. I like the French language. I have sampled every language. French is my favorite. Fantastic language, especially to cuss with. Monde, that he's saying something in French. I can't say it properly. It's like wiping your ass with silk. I love it.
But that's why the sequels are disappointing, because I feel like that plot of the second one destroys everything the first one set up.
We're not going to de-dignify this by calling it The Last Jedi or The Matrix. Fuck that noise. This is just
no. I'm
your
not
stereotypical bad sequel versus all right third sequel. This is Star Wars prequels writing. Let's call it.
Yes, it is. Because again, I think that the Wachowskis didn't have anything to say beyond.
Betrayed me. No, I'm not. Excuse me for butchering the French language intentionally. Causing the cause. There's no cause for this. What cause? What cause? How about the lipstick you're wearing? Lipstick. What kisses are you talking about, woman? There's no lipstick. She wasn't kissing your face, my love. Burn, Persephone.
Yep.
And played by Monica Bellucci.
Yep.
of all people. Sheesh. She told.
No, yeah.
I can't believe retrieving the keymaker results in a kiss.
Yeah.
This is dungeon crawling 101 where you fuck up at. But we are getting a damn game out of it after
Oh,
how many
no.
years? 20 years? 30 years?
Like what Leia said, the first Matrix movie could have incorporated all of this, but then yeah, you got one big massive series. Maybe a
That was
TV
fake. She stumbled upon a solution whereby nearly 99% of the test subjects except the program provided they were given a choice. Even if they were only aware of it at a near unconscious level. While this solution worked, it was fundamentally flawed. Fuck off with that shit. No wonder they paired your ass in the movie awards.
Yeah.
I did not like that.
Why? Why do you do it? Why get up? Why keep fighting? Why do you believe you're fighting for something, for more than your survival? Can you tell me what it is? Do you even know? Is it freedom or truth? Perhaps peace? Could it be for love? Illusions, Mr. Anderson. Vagaries of perception. Temporary constructs of a feeble human intellect trying to desperately justify an existence that's without meaning or purpose. And all of them is as artificial as the matrix itself, although only a human mind can envision something as insipid as love. You must be able to see it, Mr. Anderson. You must know it by now. You can't win. It's pointless to keep fighting. Why, Mr. Anderson? Why do you persist? Because I choose to. Inspiring words there, Mr. Anderson. I mean, I'll be lying if I said that didn't get me high. Like, yeah, kick that motherfucker ass.
Because I
That slow-mo punch to that face.
He says because I choose to, whereas in the first movie he actually did it instead of saying it.
Right.
Everybody's
And-
saying their feelings at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says when you say that you already see it in the first one, you already see it. He doesn't have to say the word.
Said before he nuked the whole UN.
Yeah, he goes, surrender your flesh.
Mm-hmm. In the
And I
beginning,
think
it was mad, and for a time, it was good. But humanity's so-called civil societies soon fell victim to vanity and corruption. Then man made machine in his own likeness. Thus did man become the architect of his own demise.